Hello, everyone. This is Geekenders. Okle dokle. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Oh.
There he is.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh shit.
You okay?
Excuse me. Yeah. Well, you know, you moved to the other part of the world, so now you make us suffer with your time frames.
I hear about it all the time. I can never forget how much I've ruined everyone's lives.
I'm just so glad I can be predictable in that case then.
Just so selfish, really. Just so selfish.
I know, big dick bag energy.
I've gotten this far into my venti cold brew, okay?
Ooh.
As an Orange County born and raised, this is a travesty.
It's him, the brick. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is indeed.
That's so mean.
Okay, let's see how these wandos are looking. They're looking a little suspicious right now. Where is my camera? There we go.
Hey, perfecto.
Okay.
Make some adjustments to all of them fun volume knobs
Word up.
and all that good stuff.
Bop, bop, bop. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Stop.
Is there a fly in your room or?
Stop. Get out of here, fly. You bitch. No.
Oh my God.
No flies, only fly guys.
Yeah, you two have been doing this for too long. You're too witty with it. I gotta
Witty?
work on this.
Witty.
That's the
Oh
wit?
no.
It's quick.
That's the
you
wit
know?
you've tuned in. Damn.
Jesse, the bar's so low today.
We need him on the podcast more often.
I know.
I've
This
been,
is
I've been
great.
surrounded by VTubers for too long. It's been my opinion has changed.
Oh my gosh. You heard it here first. Bricky thinks VTubers
We are better
aren't
than
witty.
VTubers. That's what I heard.
I will say one thing
Yes.
I have noticed is that those RP folks, like I was playing I forget what it was with like Kraken, for example.
Yeah.
And you know Kraken's been around for goodness how long?
A million
then,
years,
all
yeah.
all of his buddies were.
He's
were
like
there,
80.
and-
Yeah.
yeah, I mean basically, you know.
Yeah.
He's so old, dude.
Yeah,
He's
well,
like ancient,
decrepit.
falling apart. Yeah.
Geriatric man.
Absolutely.
But it's just like you present a situation to him, and he's just like, "Oh, I know exactly what to say in this situation," just without any requirement.
Yeah,
you know?
seasoned
Just
RPers
happens.
that just yes and immediately.
It's so. I need to get better at it. I need to do more of those types of streams.
Yeah, I even thought about, not because I like plan on doing a lot of improv, but I've thought before, like, I bet improv classes would help with that, with like thinking on your feet more, you know?
There was I forget who I was talking to. I think it was someone who they mentioned something like it was either like Blizzard or Respawn or one of those companies. They said often the higher level position people needed to take improv before they got into the company. And
Really?
the idea was like it's like a working on your feet type skill, but also if like a lower level employee comes with you with an idea, you have to be really good at like, oh, that's a cool idea, but what if we did this
Right.
on the idea, and basically like steer them from making like a horrible decision. So it's
Gotcha.
all like people skills, you know.
Yeah, that makes
Interesting.
sense.
I'm up at like 7 o'clock. I don't understand why I'm yawning, but
Because it's Friday, and
Because I've ruined your
it's not-
Friday.
Yeah, because it's not
ruined.
Yeah, you didn't want to be up this early.
I thought you were
Your
going to
body
say
was like,
here, and I
"No."
was going to be like, oh, don't
Yeah,
say that.
no.
You didn't want to be here. Let's be real.
you chose you chose against it. Ironically, I was actually kind of happy when I heard 8 a.m. because I was like, oh, thank goodness, I can finally get someone to like take a meeting or do any kind of thing early. I very much like to get as much as I can done before like noon, and then I can kind of just coast.
Yeah, that's your jam?
I don't know why.
You know what? That's good. That's a good attitude. Strong attitude to have. The kind of attitude a person. Yeah, that fortitude, testicular fortitude.
Yeah.
Call my ass testicles.
No, that's what Doctor calls me.
Nar.
I'm sorry, gesticles is what she calls me.
That's good.
Gesticles.
Yeah. Then she said Jessup, and then people just started saying it, and now I got to deal with that. So that's cool.
Like a gang phrase, like Jessup, man.
It sounds like something like a dwarf would call an elf, but like a slur. You know? Look at that Jessup. Ugh. Look at that Jessup. Oh wait, Jessup with its big ears. Yeah. That's what it looks. It's definitely someone said that about one of the elves, and like Gimli he was like when he rolled up to look at all the elves and they were gonna meet about where they were gonna go and like what this ring situation was, he was like, look at these Jessups. I'm telling you, it happened. Tolkien was not. He was like, I don't want to include that in the book, but it happened. I was there. 3,000 years ago. Yeah.
I was never the biggest Lord of the Rings type person, which I know is like nerd, like blasphemy. Don't be wrong. But I remember watching the first one, and it was and I was like, man, give us a dick. He's been an asshole.
I love him so much, but you're right.
I know. Well,
that's a good read. It's true.
I'm told he like gets better and he becomes like very interesting and everything. But in the first one, I'm like, man, why do people like this guy? He's an ass.
They're all in the first movie. They're all kind of dicks, admittedly.
A little.
Everyone's kind of a dick.
They all need growth, you know.
Except for Samwise Gamgee, he ain't dropping no eaves. That's my favorite line of dialogue in anything ever in the history of all cinema. I ain't dropping no eaves. That's my favorite line, and I don't know why. It's perfect. I swears it, Mr. Gandalf. I ain't dropping no eaves.
On the topic of strange fantasy, weird stuff, have either of you seen the Grand Budapest Hotel?
Love it. Love that movie.
No, but I've heard it's great.
I saw it the first time last night. I finally got around to watching it. It's absolutely outstanding.
It might be one of the most charming movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it's just so entertaining.
I used delightful was the word I used. It just I was like happy the whole time. And like
even when some of the subtext or context is like dark.
Yeah, the two Z's. I was like, oh, okay,
yeah.
We're
when the guys with the Z's show up, it's like, I see.
Right.
Yeah.
There was and there were genuinely like multiple laugh out loud moments. It was pretty phenomenal.
The entire scene where he's in the prison is like, he just treats every prisoner with so much love and respect that it's hilarious. It's really funny.
Well, without spoiling it, there's a part where a person falls off a snow cliff, and I was laughing so hard. The sound effect they chose, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's all really well done.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's definitely a like it's hard to call it a comedy. It's funny, but I don't know that it's a comedy. But it's like it's whatever. It's its own weird style of film, but I love every minute of it.
They call them like dramedies or something. Oh,
yeah,
it's okay.
Something like that.
Chat while we continue to wax poetic about Grand Budapest Hotel. Please let us know whether or not we're all sounding good. Yeehaw. Anyway, continue.
No, it was just a great time. I made it a goal to watch at least a movie a week for 2025.
Oh,
That's nice.
but I started the goal now, so I'm going to watch a lot of them for the prior weeks to start off with.
I see. You have to catch up on January,
Yeah.
February.
Like I gotta move on with those first 2 months, but
I started the goal now is so funny. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm like? I got to it now though. That's
I
good.
also decide on my New Year's resolution around March. So yeah.
I'm not gonna wait till next year. Like whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
And there's a couple of things I haven't seen Fallout yet, and I'm a little shocked that I haven't because I'm told it's not good.
It's really good.
That's one of them. What else was there? There's a couple others I want to see. Like I need to get on Andor season 2 because Andor season 1 is absolutely phenomenal.
I'm being like a little patient boy, and I don't have Disney Plus anymore, so I'm waiting till that comes out, and then I'm gonna watch all the things. Like Daredevil's out now. That other Star Wars show I heard was pretty good.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
there's
didn't.
new
So I'm
Daredevil,
like
isn't
just.
there?
Yep, just came out. There's 2 episodes, I think. Everyone's like, dude, they're awesome. That's fine. I'll wait. I'm a patient boy.
Well, it looked from the trailer like. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. As in solidarity with people who don't like to watch the trailers anymore because they reveal too much.
That is true. The trailers have gotten particularly rough lately. But I don't know. I just like a lot of my. Like I was waxing lyrical. Oh no, what's the opposite? Complaining loudly about like some general modern Star Wars stuff. Not like what most the internet folks are, but I'm just like, oh man, I'm losing some of the love I had when I was a kid. And then they were like, Bricky, if you hate Star Wars, you should really watch Andor. And I'm like, okay. And then I watched it, and it was like
We
the
just
best
recently
thing.
watched Andor, and it's so good.
It's so good. It's like the most depressing thing I've ever seen, and I love it.
It upsets me that people miss the first. Like I was just sitting there watching it as it was coming out. Like this is the best Star Wars I've seen in years, and everyone's like, "No, I haven't seen it." I'm like, "That's cool. That's fine. I'll just be over here pissed at the world."
No,
and now people are starting to catch up, and I'm like, "Yes."
I think because now people are realizing that the best pitch for the show is it's not about Jedi. It's in the Star Wars universe, but it's not about Jedi. And I think a lot of people really like that idea.
It's the one thing that I think Star Wars needs to do more of, which is stop trying to make everything laser swords and Death Stars and tell stories, literally any story in the Star Wars universe. It can be a thriller, it can be a love story, it can be whatever the hell you want it to be, but just set it in that universe and you're fine. Like it doesn't have to be like, my name's also John Skywalker. Like, nah, F that noise. It's supposed to be a massive universe. There's got to be tons of stuff going on. Give us a story instead of like, yep, it's Luke again. Like, okay, cool. Great.
All right, gang.
I'm doing my oh, we're good to go?
Yes. So, chat,
Sweet.
we're going to go to a splash screen. We're going to sit there for a sec, and then we'll run the intro, and then we'll start the show proper. So, hang tight. Don't freak out. We'll be here in a sec, okay?
Oh!
Panicking.